Ruth Lyndon. I'm a senior recruitment consultant with McKinley based here in our Limerick office. I specialise in accounting and finance and legal roles throughout the Midwest, West and Midlands. One of the aspects of my job that I like most is that I have the opportunity to meet with exciting, interesting professionals in the legal, finance and wider business community. So I thought, okay, how about I invite them into the office for a cup of coffee and a chat and to learn a little bit more about them, both personally and professionally. So with that said, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome our first interviewee in this series, Niall O'Callaghan. So Niall is Business and Relationship Development Manager with the IDA with responsibility for the Midwest of Ireland. So Niall, thanks so much for coming in on this lovely cold morning here in Limerick. As I say, really it's just a chance to put you on the spot, no, I'm messing, to get to know you a little bit more about your background, how your career up to this particular role, and then a very interesting role, what it involves, and a little bit of an overview of the Midwest and FDI and what it looks like now and where you think it's going. So again, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
I think first of all, just if you wouldn't mind giving us just a little bit of a background about yourself, your career, and I suppose a very interesting role and how you got to this role.
Yeah, I suppose first and foremost, I'm from Limerick, so I'm Limerick native, which always helps when you're in region.
Yeah.
I went to school literally 10 minutes up the road here in St. Clements.
Very good.
After that, I went to UL, so it's all very local.
Yeah.
But I suppose when I was in UL, actually on the core program, which is something which we highlight very much so with our client company, because it is, we're now one of the largest in Western Europe.
Yeah.
And actually during the co-op program, I suppose one of the benefits is you get to actually do the job which you're being qualified or trained to do.
Absolutely.
I suppose I realised that it wasn't necessarily something that I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing. So with that, once I graduated, I decided to take on a master's in UCC. I did a master's in food marketing. I always had an interest in both kind of food, brands, marketing. I just had a general interest in that, so it was a perfect mix. And from that, I suppose I got my first job with a company called Robert Roberts. It's kind of famous coffee brand, but they certainly had a wider distribution of quite a number of brands. That's going back nearly 10 years ago. But I spent about 2.5, 3 years with Robert Roberts. They're now part of the Vallejo Foods Group. But it was a great experience. It was a great experience, I suppose, and something that I'd be an advocate of starting in a small company, because I started in kind of sales. I was an account manager or accounts assistant, then moved on to account manager. So managing brands like KP Nuts, like Bob Roberts Coffee, Robinson's Drinks at the time, across all our retail channels. But I suppose it's great because when you're in a small company like that, you don't just tend to stick to a defined role. You kind of end up rolling up your sleeves and doing a lot of ad hoc types of jobs in there. So it's really interesting from that perspective. You get great experience. I mean, there's days where I would have been put into the warehouse to lift pallets and stuff like that when guys aren't available. So it's a very interesting role that way. You really do get your fingers or your nails certainly underneath the hood.
Great.
So great experience there. I did a great line manager with the name of Roisin, who actually I was lucky that my first job I had a really good line manager, so I learned quite a lot from her. She was very supportive and helpful for me in my career. But after that, after about 2.5, 3 years, I made a big jump to big corporate world, joined a company called Unilever. So probably pretty well known company, one of the largest FMCG companies in the world. I was in account management there, so I went from a portfolio of 10 brands to over a period of 8 years. I worked across every single brand that Unilever has, which is essentially 60 or 70 different brands. So that, I suppose, from an optics perspective, larger company, big corporate structure, a lot more pressure from retailers, Tesco, Multiways, etc. And during a period of a lot of change in the retail industry, actually, because you had to grow to discounters during that period, coming from literally 2 or 3% market share up to 15 or 16 when I left the industry.
So when your labels and your royalties, that kind of...
Yeah, exactly, and a lot of change during that period of time, but again, really enjoyed my career there. So I suppose after 10 years in Dublin, like a lot of people, I suppose I'm looking for an opportunity to move back to the Midwest. And luckily for me, I suppose it was actually, the idea role was the first role I actually set my sights on and really applied myself and applied further roles. So I must have read the job spec about 20 times, and I actually applied on the last day before I closed. I actually finally applied for it, but I just wanted to make sure it was what I wanted to do, it was the right fit, and I felt like I could add something to it. So that was a huge thing for me, but luckily enough, I landed myself in the role. I suppose why did I choose IDA? I suppose ultimately, look, at IDA Ireland is a great brand in itself. It's one of the most recognisable brands we have on an international scale from an R&D perspective. It's, you know, anyone that you speak to that's dealt with the IDA speaks highly of the organisation. That's something which would have attracted me. Obviously, the job itself, being based in the Midwest, there's sentimental or emotional attachment. Yeah, absolutely. And I think being able to be part of a team which delivers jobs for the Midwest, and being from Limerick and knowing where Limerick has come from, the journey that Limerick is on, that was something that really kind of certainly which attracted me to want to do the role. But also the fact you're dealing with a variety of multinational companies. We have 130 IDA client companies in this region across all sectors, from financial services to technology to aviation to engineering to manufacturing. So again, that side of it, being able to interact and learn different types of businesses, because obviously coming from predominantly FMCG background, I was kind of not institutionalised, but I spent 10 years in that industry and I wanted to broaden my knowledge. You get to a stage in your career where you're actually not learning anymore, and that's, I kind of have a thirst for knowledge. If I'm not learning, I can get bored. So that part of the IDA role, I suppose, so all those things combined is a perfect fit for me, really, to be honest.
And in terms of the role, so what is, I suppose, look, the Midwest is obviously the focus for you geographically, but what is your main goal or remit in this role?
I suppose if you break it down to brass tacks, ultimately our currency is jobs. So in my role, I mean, I'm judged on delivering projects which create jobs, and that's what we're here to do. Now, if you take it up a level, what does that entail? I suppose there's a couple of aspects. One is attracting new foreign direct investment into Ireland and into the Midwest region, managing our existing client portfolio and helping them facilitate their growth and expansion. Because retaining the jobs we have is a fundamental part of what we do.
And probably an aspect to overput there, probably an aspect that people don't realise, because certainly for me I would have thought it's get them in, but it's keep them. And it's so you would be involved if they go through additional growth as well.
Absolutely, and it's something I suppose that we're probably not, we could probably do more in explaining exactly how we manage that, because you're right, I mean, new name announcements tend to get the most media coverage, but the reality of it is, I suppose, success is a bit like an iceberg. It's you only see the 10% above the water. There's a lot of work that goes on in the background, working with client companies to make sure that what we have, we hold, for want of a better word, and try and sustain that initially, but then obviously try and encourage where we can growth and expansion through that, and making sure that they're serving their customers to the best of their ability, and that we're seen as facilitating that purpose. So there's a lot of work that goes on. I suppose people don't necessarily realise. I mean, you know, it can anything from helping with visas to, you know, helping move office, traffic congestion around where the building is based. I mean, just a variety. You'd be surprised at the type of conversations that we get into. But ultimately, I suppose we act as an intermediary in some respects in connecting companies with the right person to talk to, the right person to help. But obviously, that's a huge part of our role. Perfect.
Talk me through maybe a typical day or week in the life of Niall Callum. In his professional capacity.
God, that's a tough question. There is, I suppose it's a bit cliched. There are no 2 days. I can genuinely say that. Very varied. I mean, like a large. I'm a public servant ultimately, so you know, I suppose the third of the role is being a public servant and being accountable. So if that's in relation to our elected members, you know, local council, stakeholders. I mean, we work very heavily. We're very heavily involved in the Action Plan for Jobs, which is a government initiative. So that's a huge part of what we do as well. So I suppose a day in the life. I'm going from here to give you an example. I'm going to meet a client company in rural Limerick who've been in existence for 30 years. After that, I'm going to meet a company in Shannon today who are potentially considering Ireland as a location. And later on this evening, I have another company coming in who I will be with until 11 o'clock tonight, because we'll have a dinner after that, after we show them the university, the IT, showing some capabilities in the region, and that will facilitate literally through to this evening until they really have to get back on the flight. So that's just today. Tomorrow, very different again. So very varied. And I suppose that's, again, is probably part of the attraction of the role is no 2 days for saying you get to, you're very busy, right? You're out and about quite a lot, and there does, there's a lot of time where in the evenings you're probably catching the and stuff, but that's just part of it. But it's certainly very varied, and you've got to be switched on, and you've got to be good at prioritising and being able to actually dissect all the information you get in one day, because there's a lot of follow-up required after that.
Understood. You mentioned there showing them sort of the LIT, UL, kind of leads me nicely on to my next question, thanks. What, FTI, hugely competitive both nationally and internationally, and likely to get even more so with the Trumps and the Brexits, etc. What do you see as the Midwest's key attractions, and in your experience, what has brought the main reasons that FTI companies have chosen the Midwest?
Again, I suppose I'll talk about some of the main reasons, but again, there's a lot of nuances, and sometimes it can literally come down to gut feel when companies make a decision. Now, obviously, we try and, as much as possible, take that out of the equation, but certainly for the Midwest region, I suppose the first thing to identify is the fact we've got an international airport with excellent connectivity to the east coast of the States, and I would say connectivity which is building, we're building more connectivity towards Europe. So that's the first point to call it. Companies and their corporate execs can come in and out of this region relatively straightforward. There are customs-free clearance in Shannon. There's no traffic congestion in the airport itself. The flight times are quite good for the East Coast, with 3 flights daily to between Boston and New York. So I think that's the first facilitating factor. Secondly, I suppose you've got, as I said, you've got the third institutions. So you've got UL, Mary LIT, and then you've got the likes of the Education Training Board, the Department of Social Protection, who are very facilitated as well in some conversations. So having a high-skilled talent pool is the ultimate holy grail for FDI, to be honest. And that without a high-skilled talent pool, you won't ever attract any FDI. So having that ability, and it's not only the fact we've got the IT and university, it's how facilitative and how collaborative they are with industry is a huge aspect. So, I mean, when we bring companies into those two organisations, they're genuinely blown away by how facilitative they are. And it's not even about rolling out the red carpet, it's about how they engage with clients, how they talk to them about how they're willing to have influence from the clients in the courses if it's specific to the sector, etc. So that's a huge asset that we have. We've got an excellent track record in this region. So going back, if you think of I suppose the history of FDI within the Midwest region probably goes back to the free zone in Shannon initially. And what's developed since that has been a huge ecosystem of companies. As I said, we've 130 companies in the region across all sectors. And we're quite unique in the Midwest region in that we're not heavily leveraged on any one sector. There was a period in our past, I suppose, when we were. And I think we saw the effects of that when things can change economically from a global perspective, how that can affect the region. So I think we're quite well leveraged across a number of sectors. I mean, even in more recent times, the likes of Regeneron coming into Limerick as a large biopharma facility, and the first one in Limerick. So I think we've pretty much got the whole portfolio of sectors covered here. But yeah, I mean, track record, the talent pool, as I mentioned, the international access, but also, I suppose, one of the defining factors for most of the Midwest region then is the work-life balance. And we don't have traffic congestion relative to large urban cities.
Agreed.
We don't have a huge, I suppose, competitive set for our talent, so we still have talent capacity in the region. And as I said, the Wide Atlantic Way is only an hour's drive from here. If you look at what's available in Limerick City, it's a cultural hub. There's a lot of activity and a lot of new bars, restaurants reopening in Limerick as well.
Even in the last 6 months.
I mean, the average commute time in the region is 20 minutes. I mean, if you look at any urban city internationally and you said to someone that it'd be 20 minutes commute to work, I mean, they'd bite your hand off. So
it's huge.
All those factors combined, I suppose that's ultimately what our value proposition is. And I suppose look at ultimately, we are ranked in the top 3 in the world for our labour productivity in Ireland, and it's thanks to the existing client company base we have here who have demonstrated our track record in the region. Because when we bring client companies in, we do rely on the existing companies to help us essentially sell this region. So it's thanks to the staff in those companies and the companies themselves that have an open door policy and helping us attract more companies. has been hugely helpful to our success.
Great. Look, 130 companies, FTI companies in the region, that's huge. But look, no doubt, there are challenges. Maybe there are areas that we could slightly improve on. What are the key challenges that you see for the Midwest in continuing and to keep building on this huge success to date?
Yeah, I think I've been exhaustive list because there's always more to go after, and it's something that we have to be conscious of. I think the first thing is our cost competitiveness. We can't ignore how important cost competitiveness is for FDI. We are a relatively cost-efficient location. We need to remain a cost-efficient location. So maintaining our cost competitiveness is hugely important, and it's something that we mustn't lose sight of, especially when we have had a relatively successful period of time for FDI over the last 2 years, creating over 2,000 jobs. We must maintain that level of cost competitiveness, otherwise we will deleverage what our assets are, if that makes sense. That would be the first thing to point out. International connectivity, particularly to Europe, I think we have a lot of work to do to improve our connectivity. And the likes of the Shannon Group have been doing excellent work in recent times, to be fair, in addressing some of those. If you think of, we've now got a Stockholm route, we've now got a Frankfurt route. The Heathrow route is back to 7:30 AM. It was an 8:20 flight in the morning.
Which just didn't make sense.
Very business focused. I think the more we can get more Europeans would facilitate our corporate environment. So cost competitiveness, increasing connectivity. Talent, I know, as I said, it is one of our assets here, but I suppose if you consider that the employment levels are now getting towards full employment, we're down close enough to 7% unemployment rate. I think there's a job to be done to encourage more diaspora or expats back from the larger urban centres, so Dublin, London, further afield. Actually, people that might be from Limerick, Clare, Tipperary, come back. Right? Now is a good time to come back. There's high-end jobs here, there's careers here, and just that work-life balance, as I mentioned earlier. So supplementing our extremely talented graduate pool with more experienced people coming back from foreign locations, I think we have a bit of work to supplement that. But also, I think we've been quite lucky in this region with our infrastructure over the last number of years. I think maintaining our infrastructure, the likes of Northern Distributor Road, obviously the M20 to Cork, as long as we can continue to future-proof ourselves with infrastructure, again, it will allow us to stay ahead of the game when it comes to congestion. So, but I suppose the last point I would probably mention then as well is the city centre, particularly Limerick city centre, the atmosphere. It's no secret that it could be a bit better. We still have work to do. There's been a lot of work done in the last number of years. The Limerick Chamber and the Limerick City County Council, to be fair, have excellent plans. But I think we need that critical mass back into the city centre. We need a thriving city centre to consider ourselves a real European city. I think there's still a bit of work to do.
But even on that, because being lived in Dublin and worked in Dublin for about 8 years, moved down to Limerick about 3 years ago. If you told me 4 years ago I was going to but be living in Limerick full time, I probably wouldn't have believed it. But for personal circumstances, moved down. But I have to say, in the sort of close to 3 years I'm here, I've seen such a difference. There is much more of a buzz in the city centre at weekends. There's so many more bars, restaurants, coffee shops, and there is a real tangible, I think you can feel it, there's more of a buzz and excitement. And UL, I think, are bringing their humanities department in due course. I think that's only going to continue to keep building that up. So definitely, I think that's huge.
Absolutely. And if you take Uber as a great example, so Uber have one of their global centres of excellence in Limerick, and one of their best performers, by the way, globally in Limerick. Once they opened their Limerick office in the heart of the city, quite soon after that, Starbucks opened on the ground floor. And it's all, there's an ecosystem that comes out of FDI, and sometimes people look at FDI. Yes, that's great, it's high-end jobs, so what about other types of jobs? Well, we have, economists tell us that there's the equivalent of 0.7 jobs created for every one FDI job created. And that's all generally tends to be in service industry. So the knock-on effect of bringing FDI into the city is actually quite large when it comes to services. So, but certainly that is something that we're keen to keep pushing for the city.
Okay, perfect. Look, it's a crazy world, and every day I'm coming in the car on the way in and I hear something else that Donald Trump has said or tweeted. We have Brexit, a lot going on the international stage. What impact do you see them having for FDI, Ireland, and even more specifically the Midwest? Do you see it overall being positive or a negative?
I think it's important to point out there's always been some element of flux in global economics.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay, yes, there's a lot more focus on the US presidential election of late and the new president, and obviously Brexit. But I think there's a lot of uncertainty geopolitically. I think what we have here in Ireland is certainty, and FDI tends to thrive in certainty, or in locations where there is certainty.
Yeah.
You know, we've certainty that we're a member of the European Union, we've certainty on our corporate tax rate. None of those are changing, and our government has been very consistent in stating that. We are the only native English-speaking country in the Eurozone.
Yeah.
Soon to be the only native English-speaking country in the EU per se. So I think from that perspective, if you consider that the majority of our, taking the US, the majority of our US companies are based in the Midwest region for access to European market, well then it's a natural continuation of that business then, because if US companies want access to US market, they need to be located in Europe, and as I said, for the reasons just mentioned, there's no reason why that should change. I think ultimately with Brexit and with some of the US President's policies, there's still an unknown entity, to be honest. We still don't really know what Brexit actually means. All we do know is it creates a bit of uncertainty. So whatever stagnation might be in the marketplace at the moment, I think in time, it'll revert back to normal. Now obviously we advocated for a Remain vote for Brexit, and there will be difficulties for our indigenous sector, but certainly we are out there trying to actively win every piece of mobile foreign direct investment on the back of Brexit. And we've had a lot of inquiries to date in relation to that, particularly in Dublin. So, you know, we would like to think there will be opportunities coming out of that.
Okay, this is the rapid fire round. Okay, who will play you in the movie of your life and why?
Jesus. Not going to be Daniel Craig anyway. More like Willie Craig. The movie of my life. I'm a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio. I like as an actor, I think he's actually I actually like the way he doesn't necessarily always go for the pretty boy type roles. Like if you think The Revenant or The Departed or The Wolf of Wall Street, he does try and put himself out there and tries to push the boundaries of what he's actually capable of, which I can kind of resonate with that. So for that reason, I'll go with him.
Good answer. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice I've ever been given, probably the one that sticks out in my mind, is every line manager or boss that you've ever had, if you can just pick all the pieces of their repertoire which you felt were good for you. If you pick that from every good boss you've had and you portray those attributes, well then you won't do too badly yourself.
Interesting. I'll have to take a look at him later. What advice, and I love this question because I think it's really relevant, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
I want an ID. Make sure it is. God, 20-year-old self. That's a really tough one. I suppose the first thing I would say is you can't push water up your head.
Okay. So
if you're in situations in your career where for one reason or another you are in a sticky situation, I suppose what I probably would have done back in the days, I would have worked myself to the bone to get out of it, as in I would have tried to prove to someone that their opinion or views is wrong.
Okay. And
sometimes you just need people in life who you won't change your opinion.
Yeah.
And you're better off focusing your energy on something else rather than trying to prove them wrong. That's the first thing I would say. Don't be afraid to get outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to move on in your career if you feel it's in stagnation or you're not getting the career development that you believe you should be.
Great, and you can come talk to work and McKinley. How can I help you in that regard?
Yeah, I think that would be the main advice I would say. I think the work-life balance, look after mental health.
Yeah,
I think
it's huge.
In my 20s, I worked myself to, this is just me talking. To be clarified.
It's only between us, it's fine.
No, I probably did overextend myself in relation to work. I was obsessed with it. I never switched off, as we kind of talked earlier. And I think it probably did me more harm than good in the long run. So I think maintain playing sport, maintain that kind of side of your life. And actually the last thing I would probably say, probably should have said this first, is get yourself a mentor.
Yeah, that's really good.
Find somebody either in your organisation or that you've come across in your work life that you actually look up to that's at a senior level and will give you guidance, because your career is never a direct line. Right? It's going to veer in very different directions, and I think unfortunately for me, I didn't necessarily have a mentor in my 20s, but I suppose in hindsight it is something that would benefit me a lot more in understanding my career and my career path.
If only someone had told me all of this in my 20s, but anyway, again, I'm only like mid-20s. So to conclude, in 3 words, no pressure, the future for the Midwest, what does it look like?
Jesus. 3 words, I would say, it's our time.
Love it. That's brilliant.
That works.
That totally works. I'm going to get a t-shirt made up just for you with that. Niall, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you find it useful and informative, I should say. So there's going to be more of these. This is the first in the series. So I'm on both LinkedIn and Twitter, so please do connect and link in with me to see further details of the next session in this series. But Niall, thanks a million for your time.